With 2 games left to play of the season, the chance of European football hangs by a thread. We have to play Leeds United and Liverpool, who are currently chasing for the title. It's not looking great. In between episodes, we've played a fair amount of matches, losing the games you'd expect us to lose, winning the ones you'd expect us to win. So losing against Arsenal and Spurs, but beating Middlesbrough, beating Palace. Arguably, we should have beaten Aston Villa as well. That would have put us in a much better position. But unfortunately, we find ourselves sat here then. 8th place in the table. It is going to be a lower finish than last season. Maximum amount of points of 63, but our goal difference is -7. We have a leaky defence. In preparation for next season, we are changing up the formation to a 4-2-4 formation, where we're going to have Bazunu in goal, Livramento, Harwood-Bellis, Salisu and Walker-Peters in defence, Lavia and Onyeka in midfield. Where's James Ward-Prowse, I hear you ask? He's missing the rest of the season because he's done his hip in, because apparently he's an old man. Aribo and Lavaja on the wings, Adams and Makoko leading the lines for this one. Next season, it is going to be Makoko and Endrick leading the lines, which is why we need to make sure that we understand this formation and it works. So Leeds, I think, haven't had a particularly great season. They're the wrong half of the table, but they're not massively far down it. I think they're like 12th or 13th, something like that. So it should be a winnable game. Should definitely be a winnable game, but it's not going to be the easiest of games. It is Marcos Alonso, apparently, with the ball. Reynaldo ball forward. Salisu heads down for Harwood-Bellis. Onyeka back to Salisu. 9 minutes on the clock. Lavia's going to get there first and does so. We're trying to pass our way through. We're still playing gegenpress football. So this is something that we've not shied away from our mentality, but our tactic, our formation, we have changed. And that effort goes wide. First chance goes to Leeds. And it's I thought it was a 0.0 XG shot then. Walker-Peters with a free kick for us. Salisu in the pouring rain in Yorkshire. Going to go for a run. Lavia. Right hand side, it's Adams. Now Joe Aribo. Bit of space to run into. Livramento's off to his right, but he doesn't use him. Instead, it's gone all the way back to Meslier. It's Geertruida? I don't know how to say his name. I don't even know what I'm trying. Eddie Nketiah's probably going to get there first. He doesn't. That's good. Harwood-Bellis. Oh my word. Lavia, what are you doing? Nketiah plays it across to Sinistera. It's flicked up into the air. Reynaldo, with a bit of space to run into, tries to get some space for himself. Bazunu can hold on to that one. So far, Leeds, they've not looked good. We've just looked bad. Jack Harrison with a free kick, 33 minutes. Salisu clears it. That's good. Now it's 2v2. Hold on. Lavia with the ball. The camera angle's going weird. Lavia across to Joe Aribo. Loads of blue shirts. Adams is one of them. He's got some blue shirts in the middle. Crosses it in. Livaja on the volley, or the half volley maybe. And Marco Livaja gets his 16th goal of the season. He has gone massively under the radar, by the way. He doesn't really play a huge amount starting matches, but he comes off the bench and seems to score a fair amount of goals. I think he's probably started maybe 15 games all season, and he's already on 16 goals. Almost at half-time. Are we going to double our lead? Livramento to Adams. He's got an option in front. He's going to go for a run instead now. Finds Aribo. Doesn't find Aribo, but he should hopefully get there first, and he does. Joe Aribo to Shea Adams in the area. Crosses it to Lavaja at the back. Doesn't get the headed effort away. It's cleared, but we're going to get it back forward. Onyeka dinks it over the top. Livaja again on the volley, but this time straight into the hands of the keeper. If everything stays this way, we'll move up into 7th place, into a European spot. Things are going well. That didn't really do too much, so we'll just click this one and hope for the best. Now, I'm not sure whether 8th place will also get European football. I don't know who's going to be in the FA Cup final, but I imagine if it's 2 teams who are already getting European football, then 8th place will also get it. Harrison's in on goal. It's a good block from Walker-Peters into Harrison as well, and we win a goal kick. Just over an hour played, and we're going to do a couple of changes. Livaja is going to move up front. We're going to take off Makoko and bring on Smallbone, I think, on the left-hand side. Will Smallbone, by the way, is surprisingly good. He's actually pretty decent. Doesn't get a huge amount of football for us. We're also going to take off, I think we're going to do Onyeka for Winks. That's more because we've got both of our central midfielders on a yellow card. Much like the last episode, the second half of this match is literally having no highlights, is it? Absolutely nothing has gone on in the second half, which means Taylor Harwood-Bellis is going to score a goal in about 10 minutes' time. Nothing at all. What's happened? We've had no highlights. Are we going to get one just before the full-time whistle goes? No, we're not. It is going to be a 1-0 win against Leeds. That is the end of their season at home. Again, lots of stuff seemed to have happened, but we didn't see any of it. So, 7th place currently. However, the big elephant in the room is the fact that we play Liverpool in the final game of the season, and they are still in a title fight, sort of. If Man City win their game on 36, you'd argue Man City are probably going to be picking up the trophy. However, Liverpool are still in this fight, and we don't want to play against a fighting Liverpool team. What are Brentford doing in the final game of the season as well? They've got Spurs. They've got a Spurs team who are currently 14th place in the table. Spurs are rubbish. It's the Thursday morning before the final games of the season, which is on the Saturday or maybe Sunday. Manchester United have just lost 4-0 against Manchester City, and Man City have been crowned champions because of it. I thought I'd tell you that because it's obviously funny that United losing means City become champions again, but also the fact that now Liverpool are 6 points behind Man City. They cannot catch up with them. It means Liverpool have nothing to play for, which is kind of good because it means we might actually have a chance of beating them if they play a bunch of children. Right then, for the final game of the season, we are going back to our asymmetric formation because I kind of liked it. It seemed to work. It's going to be Bazunu in goal, Livramento, Harwood, Bellis, Salisu and Walker-Peters in defence, Diallo, Harry Winks and Onyeka in midfield, Brobby, Livaja and Mokoku leading the line for this one. Sub-bench is kind of what you'd normally expect. I was toying with the idea of putting some kids on there, but we still need to win this game if we want to get European football next season. So Liverpool have not gone for a weakened side, even though there's nothing on the line for them. They have finished second. There is nothing ever going to change with that, but they are going for a full-strength side. We've got an early chance. Winks' free kick towards Livaja is cleared, and now a counter-attack is on for Liverpool. What happened? Why did both of our centre-backs run forward past the on-rushing Diogo Jota? I don't know what happened. Elliott's got the ball. Long-range effort from Harvey Elliott. Well over the bar. Not a good effort. But the defence stepping up when they were coming towards us, that's alarm bells. We've got another chance through a corner. Winks is the man to take it. Front post is Harwood Bellis. It's towards Brobby, of all people. Harwood Bellis is there and he's hit the post. Oh my word, we should have taken the lead as well. Diallo's pass finds Walker-Peters. Is this still going on? It isn't going on. We should have taken the lead. Sepp van der Berg. I say they're playing a full-strength side. They're playing Sepp van der Berg. So maybe it's not full strength. There's no Virgil van Dijk in their starting 11. Sepp van der Berg has replaced him. Takes his time on the ball, though. Finds this man. I can never say his name. Simicas? Could be his name. Probably isn't how it's pronounced. Vandenberg to Kanate. Jota with the ball goes off to the right-hand side. Harvey Elliott through ball past to Salah. And that is a spectacular block from Tino Livramento. Brentford have taken the lead against Spurs as well. So it is not over. Spurs have equalised. Hold on. Is there a lot of goals going on in that game and I'm not paying attention to it? It's 1-1 Spurs-Brentford then. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the ball to Elliott. Hits the inside of the post. And Taylor Harwood-Bellis clears. So if it stays 0-0 here and it stays 1-1 in the Spurs game, we will still finish in 7th place. It's a headed clearance from Van der Berg. Winks gets the ball back though on the right-hand side. Not the best touch. Loses out to Salah and a counter-attack for Liverpool is now on down the left-hand side. Salah to Jota, back to Salah. Through ball, Walker-Peters is going to get there first. And now maybe we can counter? Possibly, guys? What are we doing? Passing it around between our defenders and our goalkeeper, apparently. Gone for a big kick up towards Brobby, who's chested it down to Sepp van der Berg. The decision-making on some of these players must be like minus figures at the moment. What was the idea? First of all, chesting it down was just ballsy. And then to one of their players was just dumb, wasn't it? Trent through ball to Elliott and the flag goes up. I think he was offside. We're getting VAR. We've not had VAR for a while, I don't think. The goal is disallowed. That is good. Harvey Elliott frayed fractionally offside. I almost said those words right, didn't I? Corner for Elliott. Elliott seems to be very good in this year's FM. Konate heads over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick. Harvey Elliott seems to be very, very good whenever I play against him. I don't know if it's whether he's just good in the game or the match engine or whatever, but Elliott is very good. Half-time at St Mary's then. It is 0-0 so far. It's been, I'd say, a fairly entertaining game, right? I'm going to say I'm not happy because it's motivating people. That's what we want to see. Diallo's on a 6.4. Not sure what's going on with you. Harwood Bellis is on a 6.5, 6.6. Both of them have got yellow cards. Does that affect their rating? I don't know. I thought that went in then. Konate goes over the bar. Bazunu looked like he just wanted it to see whether it went in. 60 minutes have now passed. We're going to do a couple of changes. Mokoku's coming off for his final appearance as a loanee, and he's going to be replaced by Nathan Teller. We're also going to do a Rebo coming on the left-hand side. For Brobby, do we take Diallo off as well? Yes, we do. Ryan Yates can come on. Both teams are matching each other shot for shot and XG for XG at the moment. It's 1.3 apiece, but it is still 0-0. Harvey Elliott with a free kick, 75th minute, left-footed towards Konate at the back post. It's blocked, possibly by Nunes, and Naby Keita is there to just blast it into the back of the net. 75 minutes played, Liverpool take the lead, and this could be a bad thing. We might drop down to 8th place. Salisu with the ball inside our own penalty area. Walker-Peters is going to go for a run because he's got loads of space to run into as well. Keeps going down the line. Joe Aribo collects it. The sub to Teller. Back towards Aribo, but it was not the best pass. And Liverpool are playing children. Livramento has controlled this. Long-range effort from Tino Livramento. And if that just dipped in under the bar, that would have been a superb goal. Harry Winks with a corner towards Harwood Bellis and Taylor. Harwood Bellis is there. We've equalised with just over 10 minutes to play. Once we get these corners working, they do seem to work quite well. Harwood Bellis has scored a couple from corners now. Obviously, players like Salisu, Bella Kotchap and so on have scored goals from corners as well. So it does work. Brentford have moved up into 7th place again. No, they haven't. We've gone up into 7th place because Spurs are beating Brentford. This is nerve-wracking to get a place in the Europa Conference League, a competition that arguably we don't really want to be in. Salisu with the ball to Walker-Peters. Again, loads of space to run into and a shocking pass. Under no pressure at all, just passes it straight to a Liverpool man. Salisu clears it though. Joe Aribo, lovely control, lumps it upfield towards Livardo. Doesn't really go for the headed effort. Livramento gets past his man, that is good to see. The youngster can go down the right, stops and holds it up. Well done. Well done, Tino. Now Winks. Winks, what are you doing? Don't lose the ball in the middle of the pitch like that. And now Elliott, through ball to Darwin Núñez. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Bazoon is not going to do anything about it. And Liverpool take the lead. The flag's gone up. I don't think he was offside, was he? He was offside. When? Where? Who? How? Where was he offside? I mean, I don't think the lines are right there. The lines were definitely not right. I'm fine with it because it's gone my way, but the lines were definitely not right. Right, frustratingly, Livardo has picked up an injury, so what do we even do here? Don't question me. We're going Joe Aribo up front. Will Smallbone can come on as a left winger. We've got one more change to do, and actually, you know what? It's not even going to be Smallbone. It's going to be Dujon Sterling, a player who I've been determined to be a left winger throughout this entire time, or this entire season. I've been training him up there, and he's slowly getting better. 6 minutes of injury time to play. It's all disappeared. We have done what we could do. A 1-1 draw against Liverpool. Actually not a terrible result at all. Potentially should have scored more, but then again, so should Liverpool. Harwood Bellis with the headed effort saving the day. And it looks like Spurs have done us a favour. Yes, they have. Harry Kane in the 83rd minute means we do finish 7th place in the table. We're going on another European adventure next season. Although it is only the Europa Conference League, but still finishing 5th and then 7th in our first 2 seasons. Next year, 6th place. Let's average it out. Let's take a quick look at the end of season review and just point out anything that's of interest, really. Signing of the season then goes to Brian Brobby, of all people. Fair enough. I'm sure. I mean, it's a good signing, isn't it? A C- though. What? So is the signing of the season? Who decides that? Who decides that? Because it's clearly not the board. Livardo was a very good signing as well. For $10.5 million, I thought it might have been too steep. But to get 16 goals and 6 assists actually seems to have paid off quite well. Ryan Yates was expensive, but I brought him in as a backup. That was the reason why he came in. Frabotta didn't play a lot of money, but he was cheap. Although, he's getting paid a lot apparently. I'm not sure how much he's getting paid. I don't care about wages. That's somebody else's job. Makoko, obviously, 39 starts, 11 off the bench, 22 goals, didn't get a single assist, the greedy bugger. He is going to be joining on a permanent deal in the summer. We did a fair amount of transfer business, actually, this season. Taylor Harwood Bellis as well. I think that is a good signing. Harry Winks for 700k. That's a good signing as well. Kasuna was probably a little bit too much money, but we've got some players for the future, some players for the present as well. And obviously, we do have another transfer window to go between this season and next season. So maybe there's going to be some interesting business taking place as well. Overall, I think we did have a pretty decent season, finishing 7th in the league, getting to the Europa League quarter-finals, getting knocked out by Liverpool, Newcastle even, getting to the FA Cup 3rd round, 4th, 5th round, that's what it is, 3rd, 4th, 5th, losing against Blackpool, or drawing with Blackpool, sorry, not ideal. Carabao Cup losing against Leicester, because we always lose against Leicester. Moments to remember, so beating Morecambe 5-1 in the FA Cup, 3 for Livardo, 2 for Shea Adams. Match to remember, beating Augsburg 4-1 in the Europa League. Our first Europa League game in the save. And then goal of the season is Frank Onyeka. And annoyingly, I can't click on it. I would love to be able to click somewhere here to watch it. I'm sure you used to be able to click here and it will show you. But he scored a daisy cutter from 22 metres away, apparently. There's some financial figures, just in case you're interested. The good news, everything is in the green, so everything is on the up. Club awards. What have we got then? Lavia, young player and fans player of the season. Brobby, we know, signing of the season, goal of the season, we know. Makoko, 22 goals, 14 assists for Ward-Prowse. I feel like that's gone under the radar as well. I feel like he hasn't had that many assists at all, but here we are. Makoko with 8 man of the match awards. Lavia, highest average rating of a 7.1. That seems pretty high as well. We've also got most assists. We know these things. Carl Walker-Peters loves a yellow card and a red one, apparently. And Eric Dempsey, at 16 years old and 124 days, is our youngest player. And Yusufa Makoko, obviously, winning the Next Gen award as well, which, that's ridiculous. We've signed the best young player in the world. Literally the best young player in the world. So even though we didn't win any trophies, it's come up saying history in the making, because we've overachieved, I guess. The spell of football in the middle of the season was the making of Southampton. That's when we were the worst. We lost like 7 or 8 games. That was ridiculous. Whatever. Fair enough. And Southampton have been brilliant since turning it on in the middle of the season. That's not when we turned it on. That's when we turned it off. And we've got the dynamic timeline once again, which I imagine all of this doesn't change. It doesn't look like it changes. So we then have, I think, the new stuff from here, isn't it? So signing Brian Brobby, top signing 10 million on Jonas Omlin as well. But that was the first season, wasn't it? Oh no, that says he was runner-up in signing of the season. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. We signed Dujon Sterling. We then signed in the summer Taylor Harwood-Bellis for 3 million, potentially rising to 6. Blanco as well, investing in potential with Paul Wanner, investing in potential again with more Paul Wanner. That's not right. And then signing Blanco, which we've already mentioned. A bit odd, it's all over the place. Completing the signing of Yusufa Makoko as well. And then, what does this say? Putting aside all the tired old cliches about having the world at his feet, winning the Next Gen was a good way as any to get everyone to notice Yusufa Makoko. Fair enough. And we have qualified for the Europa Conference League. This could be more exciting. Some of the things there, I don't think are particularly exciting bits of business, are they? You've not mentioned the fact that we've agreed a deal to sign Endrick, which I would say is more important than telling us about Antonio Blanco twice and Paul Wanner twice. Supporter profile, has anything new been added? I don't think it has really. It's basically if we play Portsmouth, beat them. If we play Bournemouth, beat them. Otherwise, kids, play the kids, score goals, entertaining football, score from corners and free kicks and what have you. We've picked up 700,000 social media followers, and this is really helpful to know, but I don't know what the number was originally. So it's gone to 30%. It's gone up to 30. So it's anywhere between 24. Actually, it could be anywhere, couldn't it? It could be absolutely anywhere. I don't know how much that's gone up by and the fair weather has gone down by, but whatever. That is going to do it then for this season, and next season we welcome in the Wonderkid Endrick to our squad. I don't know whether he's going to be good. He's not good enough now to play, but I am going to force play him because obviously he is going to get better. By the time he joins us, he will be 18 years of age as well, because that's as soon as we can sign him when he's 18 years old. So Endrick will be joining, so will Yusufa Makoko as well. We've got a very good young side. We do need to sort out our defence, because obviously we know we let in a lot of goals this season. But that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching Season 2 of Football Manager 2023 with Southampton. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel as well. And I'll be back next time with the third and final season of the Beta Save with Southampton, with Yusufa Makoko, and with Endrick. Thanks for watching.